Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of The Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Dancing with the Stars. Tonight's host is Maria Kanellis. Joining Maria will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Courtney Stewart and Ed Bowling. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Dancing with the Stars news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Maria Kanellis!
Hello. I'm Maria Kanellis Barbie. Maria couldn't be here tonight, so Courtney's going to host. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Hi. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to Dancing with the Stars, Season 12. This is the finale episode.
Yay.
We got
yay.
Kind of yay, but kind of no.
Yeah, sorry.
Kind of sad.
No,
Don't know.
I don't, yeah.
Our lineup is a little different this evening. As you can see, the real Maria Kanellis could not be here this evening because she's doing something fabulous somewhere else. I'm not really sure what she's doing, but
Looks
she's
like
doing something fabulous.
something with Troy.
Oh, snap. Hold on. So in her honor, or
You lifting up
to
purse?
hold her presence, yeah, her dress kind of keeps falling. Her doll, who I labeled the Play Maria Kanellis, is playing here with us today, and she's hanging out with, what is it, Troy Skull or Skull
Troy.
Skull Troy? Okay.
Well, Troy looks very happy.
So they were having a
today.
good time together.
Big smile and all.
Yes, and Maria's got her sexy bed hair that she had last week. So
Yeah, sexy hair.
I don't really know what, the Play Maria and Skull Troy were doing, but we'll just leave them to themselves for now. And we have the lovely Isabel Mora in studio today working with us on Dancing with the
Hi,
Stars.
guys.
She is a fan and has watched it and is now joining us for the finale.
Thanks for having me.
We are so glad you are here. And of course, there's always Ed. Yes. So, anyway, we're going to jump right into the episode. Because, first of all...
No.
You're right. You're right. I was wrong. I'm wrong. Hold up.
Courtney,
Okay.
Courtney, how many times you been working with us?
I know, it's really
Have
bad.
you ever been on the show before?
I got distracted
All right.
because there's dolls and there's a skull and there's
Can you
new
please
people.
focus?
All right.
So, but I was excited about this, so I have to go.
Let me just
Let
turn down her
Phil do
mic,
his
except
thing.
that's not going to work because that just
Go,
turned me
Phil.
down.
Go, Phil.
Hey, guys. For those of you who don't know, I'm Phil Svitek, one of the producers. And we here at AfterBuzz are an eclectic group of industry professionals.
Eclectic.
Industry meaning in the Hollywood entertainment field.
industry.
Yes.
And so we have an opinion about all the shows that we do, and we just want to share it with you. And so now we're making a call to arms of our fans. We know you're out there, and we know you've been responding. And that is, tell your friends. Spread the word. That's all we ask, right, Ed?
That's right.
And call us, because we want to talk to you too.
Yes. Let
Yeah,
us know
don't
how
be
we're
shy
doing.
about calling.
We're professionals and we're fans. So
Yes.
we want to share in the fandom with you.
That's right. And Courtney's actually hosted so many shows, and yet she sometimes still gets it wrong, too. So
You
let her
know.
know what she does. info@AfterBuzzTV.com.
Well,
Nice.
things be going down sometimes. I haven't eaten as usual.
In case you didn't know,
I had popcorn, and that was my meal. So that
Sound
was
like Kimora Simmons.
I have dude, I
they
am.
asked her.
Kimora's
They
like
asked
my.
her, how did you lose weight? It's called
she
stop
stopped eating.
Stop eating.
But she also works out.
I've tried it.
Working out, because stopping eating doesn't work, at least not for me, because there's always going to be food in my face, so I can't not eat. But before we launch into the episode completely, of course, as you heard
Love
before,
the cup is in the way.
as you heard before, Maria's book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life, is still on shelves. It's still at your Amazon.com. It's still everywhere. Keep it on the New York Times bestseller list. It really is an amazing book with lots of good advice, lots of good organizational things. It's not just for girls. There are plenty of tips in here that guys can get and do better by their lives and not be dirty bachelors living in crappy apartments with things everywhere like Ed does.
I still gotta get one of those.
A girl or a book?
A book.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Just write it out.
either way, it works. It's
have
a
a
great
nice
book.
girl.
You should check it out. You have a child. Next.
Be nice.
In addition, on newsstands right now is Maria, who honestly, I think this is like one of the hottest pictures ever of her in this yellow dress. In Self Magazine, great article, great layout, talking about the book, talking about life and all the other things going on. You should get the magazine. There's lots of information about weight loss and incredible hair
In your
one
own
day.
bed.
How you can have great things going on, how to drop a size in like no time at all. And Maria knows how to do it because she did it herself. So check it out. Newsstands, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever you buy books. Hook it up. Maria's doing things with her intelligence and her amazingness all the time.
I think she looks good in that dress.
She looks amazing.
Oh, I thought you said she looks the worst.
No.
you've ever seen. Oh, I thought you said it was bad.
Did I say worse?
No.
I thought you said it was something bad.
See, that's why we don't let you talk.
I know.
Like, why?
I just said what I
Jesse,
thought
turned
I
off.
heard.
Turn off. Thank
he
you.
has to be cut
Turn
off. I said that has to be like the most amazing picture of her I've ever seen.
And I saw some of the posters inside, and I actually printed them.
That is not a mic off
what you
thing.
could do.
Yeah.
I was an innocent
talking.
mistake.
She looks hot, and she's got the tan going on. I was like, okay,
Yellow.
girl.
And, when you
See?
pull it
And the
off,
yellow,
pull it
and then
off,
she's got
pull
like
it
the
off.
blue jewelry going
See,
on.
we all said positive
And
things.
I'm really
There's
into
nothing
yellow right
wrong.
now. I just got some yellow
Get up,
shoes
show
that
me.
I'm wearing right
Show your
now.
shoes, show
Hold
your
on.
shoes,
I'm not
show
that
your shoes.
flexible.
I do like the
I'm
shoes.
not
Not that flexible.
But these are my shoes
Bam.
that I just got, and they're
I'm
yellow, and I love
sorry.
them. But we won't go there tonight. But these were my like Dancing with the Stars shoes because they were heels and I could dance in them. And they're yellow, and I've been wanting yellow shoes for a really long time. But we're not talking about me anymore. We're talking about Dancing with the Stars. So we have our. Wait, let me make sure. All business covered. Everybody's set. We're all
know.
ready to go. Jesse
We cool,
says we
Jesse,
got
we
the
good?
go ahead.
We
There's
made
no
fun of
other
Ed,
announcements we need to make.
Casted, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just continue to make fun of Ed. So we have Dancing with the Stars, finale episode. We got 2 dances from 3 couples.
Yes.
I must say that I am the least excited I've ever been for the most part about who's in the finals, but they did a good enough job, I think. I think that this season is still marred by some interesting judging, but we'll talk about that as we get into it.
Regarding who's left, we had some predictions throughout the season.
Yes.
Now, I think probably Kirsty was mentioned in one of the
Kirsty
predictions.
has been mentioned in the beginning.
But
from jump.
none of the other ones that we
you.
predicted.
Well, I didn't necessarily think Chelsea shouldn't be in the finals. I just didn't want her to be. I didn't have an
We
attachment
definitely
to
didn't
her.
want Hines.
We definitely didn't want Hines, but what we did want Mark Ballas, and we did want Kim, because they both have been amazing, even
That's
though they're the
true.
professionals. So it's kind of like you can't have the professional without their obnoxious celebrity
That's true.
partner.
That's true. And I wanted Kirsty after the first episode, but after that I didn't. And you
I
guys
wanted
still
Kirsty
did.
from
Yep,
jump.
You guys did.
Yeah.
And we wanted Romeo, and we predicted Romeo.
Very sad. Well, we were worried because throughout we were like, he doesn't have the fan base to get
Yeah.
that other 50% of the vote.
As far as his dancing, he was up there, and
Yeah.
he should be there.
He should be there. I think,
Okay.
and personally, I would trade him for Chelsea. That would be except I really don't want to trade Mark,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Well,
not
yeah,
that
I don't want to
into-
trade Kim either.
And I don't want to trade Kim.
Yeah.
So we're voting again for the professional, not for the celebrity.
And then we did think that Kendra was going to go much farther based on the fan support.
Based on fan support. But she never pulled it out
Yeah.
dance-wise really more than once. I think there was one time we were really like, yay!
Yeah,
and
one time.
otherwise we were very disappointed in Kendra.
Kendra.
But that is the season as it was. So
Okay.
let's talk about what they went down with tonight. Hold on, let me flip my page back. So we started off with Chelsea and Mark
Yep.
in some, oh, you know what? Cut. Brooke.
Okay, now wait a minute.
I'm going to say,
Go ahead.
of all we've seen all season,
Uh-oh.
this was probably your best.
Oh, the best.
Yeah, it was the best. However, I'm a little confused as to why it was a mini skirt covered up with a curtain. I'm also confused that you have 4 rings on. That didn't really make sense. But your hair was lovely, and your makeup was lovely, and you look really nice and white, and the boob part of your dress fit.
So, guys, I'd hate to interrupt you.
No
But
problem.
we have a caller on the line.
Oh, wow. Who do we have? Who
Well,
do we
I'm
have?
hoping this is going to be a Dancing with the Stars caller.
Oh my God.
It might be somebody
Sometimes
from
it
another
happens.
show.
Caller, you're on the line.
It might be somebody
Sometimes
from
it
another
happens.
show.
Caller, you're on the line.
It might be somebody
Sometimes
from
it
Hello.
Caller, you're on the line.
Hi.
It's Maria.
Hi, Maria.
It's Maria.
Hi, Maria.
It's Maria.
All right, Maria, we're going to have you call back then.
Oh, you know what? Is she possibly listening? You know, because, you know, when people call
If
into
you're
a
watching
radio.
live, we hear your echo
Like, really bad.
really badly. So call
Yeah.
us back
That
or
was
turn down
awesome.
something.
I thought that was something Jesse was doing back there. I was
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
so
You
You
cool.
just like
Sound
anything
effects.
Jesse does.
I hope
I
she is
do.
watching
Hi,
though,
Jesse,
because
I
I
love
hope she
you.
sees the play Maria. I hope she sees.
Look at it, it's still echoing.
It's all echoing. That's so weird. Okay, well, we'll keep talking and hopefully we'll get her back going to chat. But so we started out with a samba.
It was sort of a samba, no samba.
It was a
Are
samba.
we done with Brooke though?
Well, I mean, you want to contribute to the Brookdom?
I
Okay,
do.
so I haven't been here for the past episodes, but I loved her dress. Mm-hmm. I know you were focusing too much on it because I know you've been
Yeah, I
watching
mean,
it
I've been
throughout
watching
the-
it, so I have a
But
stronger opinion.
I did had a problem with her. I never saw her staring at the camera. I never saw
Yeah,
her.
we talk about that every week.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. You right. See?
but
Newbies
I
notice it too,
loved her
girl.
All right, guys, I
hair.
think I got Maria on the line.
Okay, yay.
I'm here.
Hi, Maria.
Alrighty. Actually, you're here too.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I haven't watched the episode yet. I'm going home to watch it.
Oh, cool. Well,
Okay.
I hope you also get to see us live too, because we have your presence in studio right now, hanging out with Skull Troy.
Skeleton Troy.
Skeleton
something
Troy?
like that.
I don't know. But it's called, her name is the Play Maria doll.
Yeah.
No.
And she's got bed
You did
hair.
not.
Yes, we did.
She's got bed hair. She's
See,
hot.
don't front. It's sex hair. She has sex hair.
It's bed hair, Ed. This is a
does.
family show.
Don't, you know what? How are you gonna just change stuff up in the middle?
It's
You
bed hair.
said sexy bed hair earlier.
Sexy bed hair, not sex hair, you
Well,
whore.
There's a difference.
Gosh.
I didn't
Courtney,
invent
you
the
need
thing.
girls to
The
be a
girl
whore.
said it last time. She did her own hair and said that last time.
Okay, anyway.
Why am
Sorry,
I the
Maria.
bad guy?
Ed keeps
No,
talking.
it's totally fine. How was the show?
It was interesting. I
Yeah.
think that you will be interested.
Yeah, Brooke looked like one of the other girls on the Wonder Woman island. Not Wonder Woman, but one of the other ones that have like just white with a gold belt. But she looked good though. But it was good though. Yeah.
She looked nice.
You have a headband too?
No, she didn't.
No headband.
But we wouldn't have been surprised.
But she still had about 6 rings on, so she was still fighting the
Well,
power.
of course she did.
Of
I
course.
think that maybe her hands, like, they float through the air unless she's wearing lots of rings to hold them down.
Yes.
Oh, and in case you haven't been told yet, your boyfriend Ralph is gone from the show. I just thought to let you know he's not there anymore.
I know. I watched it, and I'm upset and disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
We
I
all
am
predicted
neither.
it. We predicted it. Ed, you suck.
Whatever.
You suck.
Whatever.
You suck.
I think he should have been
Can you
gone
say
a
it
long
again?
time ago.
You suck. You would say that.
Courtney, you know,
Anyway.
I'm starting to think that you don't like me.
No, that wouldn't be the
took him
case
I'm
at
just-
What, you
all.
like you? Really?
Why would I
I'm
not
getting
like
a
you, Ed?
sense.
You have a large head. You say dumb shit. Why wouldn't I love you?
Look, I can have a large head and still be okay.
Exactly.
Maxim is proof.
Exactly.
I have hope.
It reminds you of Mr. Ed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Ed.
Oh, where's the horse? Of course, the we can talk in this voice. Of course,
Jesse,
that is. Of course,
Can
the
I
horse, the horse,
one
the
time
horse,
have the
Mr.
other mics
Have
cut off,
no
please?
mic.
Can we do it once just for me? It's the
What is
finale, yo.
the donkey from Winnie the Pooh? That's who he reminds me of.
Eeyore.
Maria.
Just trying to
Oh.
compare.
Maria, I thought we were friends.
Oh. Jesse,
And
is
Jesse
calling you
agrees.
out.
I asked him to turn the microphone off, and he's giving me Eeyore sounds.
It's because Jesse is my boo. You know what's up. I love that this has absolutely nothing to do with Dance with the Stars, but Slamming Ed.
Yeah,
We
let's
should
do
actually
that.
do an AfterBuzz show about Slamming Ed
Ed.
and see how that
About
goes.
Slamming Ed. It should be.
It would be comedy for
definitely happen.
days. We should just roast Ed like every week. For
Right
everybody
now,
who's
I'm
like,
basically trying to figure out why I keep coming back.
Oh,
What is it that brings me back
Because
here?
you love it.
yeah.
You love
He
it.
loves
Friends.
it.
Friends.
He loves. He's like, they're my friends.
They're my friends.
They kiss dirt in my
have some
face,
friends.
but I have friends and they talk with me and make me feel
There
pretty.
you go.
Because he
That's what
felt
makes
pretty
you come
last
back.
week. So it's nice.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good show. I miss you all, and I'll talk to you all soon.
We miss you and enjoy Dancing with the Stars.
Okay,
Oh, I
bye-bye.
will. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Aww.
That's
Barney.
This is
I mean-
for you, Ed.
Am I purple or am I fat? Which one is it?
both. A little bit of both.
No, you're just a slow dinosaur that we feel bad for and we want to sing and love.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm feeling the love. That's what I'm feeling.
You should feel
Lots
the
of
love.
love.
Well, let's get back to the show here. So, Brooke looks like a lost Wonder Woman or something. And for the most part, it was the best thing she's done off season. So we'll give her a thumb up. You
Thumb up
tried.
for Brooke.
Thumb up for your outfit, thumb down because you still ain't looking at the camera and we confused as hell about that. And
Look
how
at
a
the
producer
camera.
has not tapped you on the shoulder and said, can you cheat just a little bit? You're a pretty girl. We want to see your
We
face.
want to see your face.
That's all it's about.
For in her defense, in the Tuesday show,
Mm-hmm.
she looks at the camera the whole time.
Well, she's not interviewing them.
Yeah, I think her thing is she just
She
doesn't know how to do an
interview
interview.
them. But wouldn't somebody have said something by now? Like, am I
It
crazy
is
for
the end.
thinking
It's
that?
the last show, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, she keeps wearing the dresses too, so
Yeah.
they just
You
they
can't
just
win all the time, I
They just
guess.
leaving her alone.
You should come to AfterBuzz and practice.
Maybe she's difficult. Maybe nobody wants to talk to her because
Couldn't
she's like.
imagine her being difficult. She's always
No.
seemed very like friendly and nice, and she's got like 4 children or 8 and a husband, and she doesn't seem like she'd be difficult.
I did like it wasn't like, I don't want to say a photo shoot, but it was something where we were all talking to her and she was very open. It was like housewife and moms, and she was very open with all of us.
I mean, you went to her house and had tea. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Something like that. It was something like that.
She said it wasn't a photo shoot,
wasn't
as
a
if
photo
that
shoot. It was like
explains what it
Oh,
was.
you saying you saw
It
her
was
in
like-
person?
Yeah.
It was like a doc.
Oh.
You know that show, Doctors. We were all
Oh,
talking
okay.
about how to deal with newborns, and she was part of it. And it was
Okay.
like 5 of us, and she was very welcoming.
Yeah, she seemed very.
How was she dressed then?
I think we all had jeans. You know, it was kind of like
Okay, so
made
it was
us
casual.
okay.
look
It was
like-
casual.
She does casual good. We've seen her do casual
But she,
in a commercial.
She
remember?
has a sick body though. Like it's
Right.
sad
No, she
that
does,
she
right.
hasn't
But it
looked
can't
better
say
in
that.
outfits. Her body is sick because she was naked all the time when she was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
like
naked.
her body is amazing.
Can I say naked? You said it. Is that bad? Now am
But
I
see,
now am I dirty?
Here's Ed.
Now am I
Yeah,
dirty?
Naked. Here's Ed. Yeah, naked.
You
Look.
notice how I'm just not going to respond to that. Moving
Anyway,
on.
samba no samba.
Samba no samba, Chelsea and Mark Ballas. Okay, Mark, shirt was open. We prefer it buttoned and tucked in. We like butt, not chest. But
I have no comment.
Anywho,
Ed, you like butt instead of chest.
You're talking about a man.
okay,
Girl,
and-
man or girl, you like butt. You won't tell the difference.
Whoa.
Man or girl.
Okay.
Well, they had on these like sparkly brown outfits. Chelsea wore the fringe pants again to make it look like she has hips and twitches and
Yeah,
whatnot. I will have to say that they got 10,
10,
9, 10.
Yeah.
The judges' comments were, well done, sexy bombshell, hot, 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 hot. I don't get hot from her ever. I
Ever?
never feel heat. Like, I don't look at her, and I think she has a beautiful body. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a little boyish up top, but her
She's in
legs
shape.
are gorgeous.
Yeah.
And her abs are there. I don't feel sexy ever.
Do you think it's because you know how old she is?
No, because I think that would make it even more so because she
Right.
would be overdoing it
No,
when you're
that's
22.
Ed, but you, like, would you care about age? I was just
Anyway.
asking a question.
Well, I think part of it is, for me, she's not hippie. So when you're doing Latin dance and sambas and stuff like that, like I feel like I want to see, but you cannot have hips and be able to move and do it. And she doesn't bring it for me at all with that. But she still has her steps. She's technically, footwork and things like
Following,
that are good. I just wasn't overly overwhelmed with excitement and like, ooh, I want to jump on that. Like now, you samba your life away. Like it wasn't that amazing for me.
I
Did y'all
thought they
feel
I thought they
amazing?
did very well. Thought the dance was good, and I thought the scores were appropriate.
You
That was
thought
good.
2 10s were appropriate?
Yes, I think that 2 10s were appropriate for their dance. Yes, I do.
Okay. What about you, Isabel? Because obviously Ed
I
has a bad opinion.
loved the pants. I was like, oh my god, something's moving. Not her.
Not you, but your pants.
Yeah, but your pants are moving. I said it bored me a little, and
She
then
was
I
bored.
wrote down nice pants, orange. Love the color. I didn't see rhythm from her.
Thank
it
you.
was just like
she has no music in her
that's
body.
why they had those pants there, so they could be something else moving, but there was nothing.
And you
no
are
rhythm, no
correct.
nothing
Well,
there.
I'll tell you.
Because it's the second time she's done that, by the way.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you that I actually appreciated their samba more once I saw Kirsty and Max do it, because I did not like Kirsty's and Max's as much as I liked them after I saw Kirsty and Max. Then I appreciated it more. So it's a little bit weird because when I first saw it, I think maybe we were watching it, I was probably complaining a little bit about it. And that would be why my opinion is different now. I think that actually they did good. So
I think technically they did great. I think in terms of feeling music and musicality in your body, I don't ever receive that from her. So I'm not saying technically she's not a good dancer. She obviously is. But I don't think she has that extra like oomph that you want to see when you're seeing people,
Well,
especially when you get Latin dance.
well, and we definitely didn't see it, in her freestyle, but that's later.
We'll move on to that.
Right.
But you did bring up Kirsty and Max, who also did the samba.
Yep.
They received 9s across the board, and they did.
Did they
all
know
right.
they got 10, 9, 10?
No, they got 9s.
They got all 9s, which Courtney had called on.
Yeah, boo.
To begin with,
They
she
got all
said they're
9s.
gonna be all 9s, and we're gonna be pissed. And then when they
And
That
they
was
got
on their
it.
freestyle.
They
They got all
9s.
9s both times.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
All 9s both times. And Bruno was their judge that kind of came and helped them out, and he was basically telling her to take her moment.
Stays there.
I don't think, did we ever see the moment?
Courtney's
I
taking
didn't
her
see the
Courtney's
moment.
taking her moment.
We were looking for the moment.
I was waiting for the moment. I didn't see it. But I feel like it's funny that he says that, though, because the one thing that I do recall that kind of irks me when she dances is the pose that she always does. And it's always like this.
Yes.
And her nose is like down, and she's always like this, and then like out of breath. And I think it's weird, but apparently you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So Bruno was saying she wasn't doing it enough. No, I don't know. Carrie, they both, Carrie also mentioned that it's very different from Chelsea, but still good. And Lynn went on to say the same thing. It's very different style from Chelsea. You guys are very different style dancers when I see you.
Yeah, one's 40 years older than the other.
And one is 20. So that's a big difference. But in the end, they thought it was great, good, different. And then they got all 9s. So, I mean, I guess that was fair.
Are you sure about the 9s?
I'm
Yes.
positive, Ed.
Why do I have 10, 9, 10?
Because that's what Hines and Kim got.
Oh, so I mixed up the scores.
Yeah, you confused, but you were
Writing them
born that way,
down.
so we
He's
still
so
love you
busy
anyway.
with his popcorn and his.
He was.
I made the popcorn tonight, and
There you
Courtney
go.
liked the
He
popcorn.
did make popcorn, and to be all real, I don't like regular popcorn. I only eat kettle corn. So
Yeah.
Ed had a
Thanks for my
special
one
popcorn
kettle.
I did
touch.
Thanks for my
good.
one kettle.
He had a special popcorn touch.
I have.
Maybe there's something in that big old head after all. You got salt up in there? Is that why it was so good?
It's butter, melted butter, and it's. Still
I'm feeling the
melting.
love. Feeling the love. Alrighty then.
Nonetheless, Kirsty and Max did a good job.
I
think they did
love
good.
her.
I didn't love the outfit though. Did you like the outfit?
I loved the outfit. I loved her hair. I
love
her
the hair.
face.
I love the hair,
I
and the makeup was
loved
beautiful.
The tanning she's going for. I love the color they got. I mean, it matches her dress.
Colors are
I
very
I
good.
loved it all.
Let's take a moment and inhale
One-
Max.
And I haven't even gotten to
Hold on,
Max,
hold on.
Max.
He's just gorgeous.
I wish we could rewind that. I don't have the
One
remote,
good one good part about Kirsty's dress is how
Thank
much
you,
this really
Jessie.
showed
Thank
off
you. Ed,
her
can
weight
you
loss.
Focus? Can you focus?
but
Thank
we're
you,
talking about
Jessie.
Max right now, though.
Yeah,
So
focus.
we're taking our
Look at
moment.
those
I don't want to talk about
abs.
Max.
We'll get back to Kirsty in a minute, but Max, you are all man all the time,
Gorgeous.
and just sexy as all get out.
Gorgeous.
Gosh, we love you.
Tell me when you guys are done with that, please.
We had to take a breath.
I'll be
We
waiting.
had to breathe it in
I'm waiting.
because the orange was like fire,
Are we done now?
and he's so hot.
Yet?
Perfect.
He's just really sexy because he still dances, but dances in that non-feminine way. He dances still all man, all masculine, but all like I could dance this and take you right away to that happy place.
Well,
And apparently that's what he did with 60-year-old.
He definitely did it with Kirsty.
he did not. Definitely not.
You're
Definitely
in
did
denial.
not.
You're in denial, but that's okay. But you're right. Kirsty's outfit showed off her figure.
Oh
She
my
looked
God! Somebody listen to me.
great.
Not
She
really.
looked great.
I was getting there. You was
She
jumping.
looked great.
She looked great. I don't like the V though. We've had this thing about her V all season because
The
she
triangles
keeps
and
doing this. Her
the
every
JJ
outfit
jewelry.
is always pointing to her.
Well, I mean, when you're doing Max, you have to put some jewelry down there and just bring it in and say.
So he has something to look at.
So,
and he can shake a
is it
little.
your opinion that they at one point in time were,
I hope they still are. That's probably why she looks so young.
She peeped their affection without me saying anything about our discussions previously. And by the way, these are the least affectionate that they have been. These last 2 episodes.
That part I'll give you, but I don't think that any of it is conclusive.
And it's
no.
Bedazzle the JJ.
He's you still don't, even after the freestyle, which we will talk about. You don't buy it.
After
I do not think that they were intimate. No way.
Okay.
No way.
Maxim, honey, I'm gonna find you, just like I'm gonna find Mark Ballas.
Okay, that's if you're alive after this. If Courtney's alive, which she won't be. But I'm single.
I will be alive. AJ is fine with my crushes.
Asleep, wait till he wakes up.
He's working somewhere. I have crushes. We all know this. We're all grown-ups. I can recognize hotness. So anyway, what I cannot recognize is
quiet, like we're not part of this.
I don't have nothing to do with what she's talking about.
No.
I'm like, look, I tried to tell her to stop.
No, we're not witnesses.
We're over in the corner talking about no crushes. No, say no.
Shitting me.
As long as I'm not hanging around anybody else. Anyway. Hines and Kim. We still don't understand why Hines is there, but we love Kim. And they did a quick step. And Lynn helped them out. And Hines, actually, we all commented, he looked very light on his feet.
Light as a feather.
He was very bouncy, and he didn't look like a chubby, hulky football player like he usually does.
Yeah.
And as usual, Kim, you hot biatch.
Yeah,
Gosh,
was amazing,
darn it, that V at the back that she always has, that lean back. Those perky chichis, we just all aspire to be like you when we grow up. So they did a great quick step, and let's see what the judges had to say. Great, good, but not quite there yet, came from Lynn. And he was the one that kind of came in and tried to help him out. So he didn't feel like Hines quite got to the level that he needed to for this quick step. And Bruno said, "You did it for me. You connect with the audience like no one else."
Yeah.
Does he really connect with the audience, or do we just feel bad because he almost killed that girl?
Well, both Carrie and Bruno had a similar theme to their comment, in that when they see him dancing, they forget they're judging, they're judges judging dancing, and it's all this entertainment value, and so I felt like, you know what, yeah, because your judging shows that. And, that you are just giving him points because he made you feel good, or he distracted you from the fact that he's not doing everything the way that we would want him to do to get a 10.
Yeah.
And then you give him a 10. But that's been the case all season. We haven't,
So nothing new. Nothing changed. They got a 10, 9, 10. Lynn is the only one that manned up and recognized that Hines ain't doing shit for real.
Yeah. I was surprised that he did that. But
I'm glad he did it. But I still love Kim, and honey, after him falling on your head last week, you deserve whatever tens you can.
We did want to find out, maybe Jesse can help us with this. We did want to find out how old Kim is.
How old is Kim?
I don't think we know.
Yeah.
I didn't
And a few
Google
times
it.
I mentioned how cross-eyed she looked, and you guys reminded me that girl is still alive. So
She's still alive. There's no bad comment we can make about Kim right now.
Yeah, she had a couple of situations where her big eye came out like mine does sometimes.
Ooh, wow.
And we didn't even have to point that out, Courtney. He's learning.
Well, I'm not sure he is. Because
Kim's
that's
34 years old.
So that means she's actually like 37.
Is that the way it goes?
Which is what I said, late 30s.
You mean you can't trust
She ain't
the stuff?
34, dog. Come on now. Look at that woman.
No, she could be 34.
Okay, then I'm 22.
Any kids? Any pets?
She could be.
I mean, maybe she got a whole bunch of kids, and that's what it is.
Any,
Don't
any
get me
kids,
wrong. I think
any
she's
pets,
beautiful, but there's no way she's 34.
And if she is,
I think she could be 34.
You also think that.
Can you please focus on
We won't
dancing?
go there.
Courtney,
That's
Courtney.
for after the show. So let's focus right back on to the freestyle movements that came up right after. First of all, can we also say that an hour show is the best thing ever? It moved like this.
Yeah.
And we don't need all that extra random dancing and random singing like in the middle. I'm like, can they do this all the time? Just have them coming out.
They obviously can't because
Turn
they
them
got
out.
the thing spread over 2 days for the whole season.
It's rough. But anywho, so freestyle coming up, Chelsea and Mark. First up.
Well,
this is how I feel about
this
it.
is where my Latino side came out. Here we have this Latino song.
She's
and then you
Mexican.
see
I know y'all couldn't tell.
Stiff
Go ahead.
Oh, so we moved
Courtney
on
is
from,
on it
we
tonight,
moved on from
boy.
Ed
I'm
to
playing.
Elizabeth.
I'm just playing. I've
Yeah.
known her a long time. I can say stuff like that.
Anywho, I wrote
Especially
down.
when her own people said it first. Go on. I'm just
I
playing.
wrote down Latino ? Stiff, not fast enough. I mean, you have this song. You're supposed to feel it. Something in there.
What song was it? How you call it? What's the name of that song? I'm like, how you call that? What that
Okay, I
is?
just wrote
You see, look, you over there sound like Heinz Ward
I'm
Mama.
sliding into
I
Heinz
just
Ward's
wanna
mama.
know.
I've been doing it all day leading up to this. So
I told her you don't know nothing about that
I
dancing.
can't help it. I'm telling you, she sound like my grandma.
You
so
be out
I
there 1
can't
week, you gonna fail.
I wonder if I know Heinz Ward's mama.
Because
she
I'm not saying it.
I'm not lying. No, what I'm saying is that seriously, like my grandma lived on Boulevard Drive Southeast down in Atlanta, like straight up in Atlanta. And as we were kids, the neighborhood slowly went further down. Like it's kind of, it's a black neighborhood, so up and down, but it was going down.
Okay, going
and
down.
there's a Korean store, and that back in the 80s, there was segregation still. So it was just black folks on that side
She
of town.
said there was segregation in the 80s.
There was busing in the 80s. I got
Okay, well,
white kids bused to my school because they needed to blend the schools.
Yeah, I
But regardless, there was a Korean store on the corner.
Yes.
There was Miss Lorraine, who was the black lady who had a candy store, and then there was a Korean store that was like the grocery market store, and it was Koreans up in there. And they had heavy Korean accents because they were, straight coming from Korea.
But they learned their
But
English
they've
in
been
Atlanta.
hearing English, listening to black folks in the hood in Atlanta. So it was black Korean folks, but they were all too older. So it's like, it was a family. It could have been Heinz's mom.
And so therefore you hear, I told him you don't know nothing about that
You don't
dancing.
know nothing about no dancing. You going to last 1 week. You going to
got that
fail.
week, you going to fail.
It's amazing.
If anybody who's listening to the show or watching, if you don't believe us, go watch the tape.
Watch what was last week? May 16th.
Lord have mercy.
And we are not, I want to make it clear, I am not mocking that woman at all. It is amazing.
We were endeared
I
by
am
this.
so endeared by it, and it reminded me of childhood so much because those Korean people would yell at us kids coming out the store trying to steal stuff. I wasn't stealing nothing.
Look.
But there were kids that would steal.
Look, we want to
I've
talk
never
to her.
stole
We
anything.
want to talk to her right now. We want her to call.
I would love for her to call. I don't even
Can
care
Heinz
about
Ward's
Heinz.
mama call?
Heinz Ward's mama, wherever you are, if you would call us.
She could tell. Look, she
I'm a
could tell me
fan.
you don't know nothing about that hosting. You gonna be out there 1 week. You gonna fail.
I'm like, you need to stop talking. Them girls gonna wear you down.
See,
You failed.
You failed.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Okay.
So, back on Chelsea, we were trying to figure out what the song was that they were dancing to.
Right. We did say cool effects. But I think they also brought that in because they knew there would be no rhythm.
Yeah, we thought maybe she had on all black shoes and pants because her leg movement didn't have the pop. Mark had, I think, a lighter color clothing on it, legs, and he just got the quickest,
so quick,
snappiest, footwork, everything, and it was almost bad that he did his thing as well as he did because she was like, we were looking at the difference and we could see, she's just not there with it.
She was behind from the jump first off.
That's true.
Those first 4 bars of music, she was not with him at all.
Wasn't there, but what scores did they get?
Well, before we get to that, can I also say that as much as I love Mark, I'm kind of more disappointed because I feel like he dumbed the dance down even more because what we were starting to see in the rehearsal, because I was ready for Mark to bring it. I was ready for some hips popping like he was doing in that other dance and like flipping, and then he was doing like breakdancing moves, and I was like ready. I thought they were about to come out there, and even if Chelsea wasn't completely on it, I thought they were going to be doing something.
Really, I tell her, you don't know nothing about that dancing, baby. You go 1 week, you're gonna fail.
She said baby in there. You don't know about
She
that
said,
dancing,
baby.
baby. You go 1
fail.
week, you gonna fail.
You gonna fail. You gonna fail.
Come on, Jesse.
I tell her, you don't know nothing about that dancing, baby. You go 1 week, you're gonna fail.
Please, Miss Ward, please call us. We love you.
We love you so much.
Please call us.
We love you so much. But so Chelsea Mark, they did their dance, and we were all disappointed because it wasn't that exciting. And yet somehow Disney prevails.
Okay.
All
Disney.
10s.
Disney and ABC. I have a tribute to Maria Cannell. She's not here. She would do this, and she would make this sound. Disney and ABC. Yep. She would do it just like that.
Oops.
With
Hold
her.
on.
bed hair.
Okay,
Excuse
why
me.
are
Is that
her
okay?
boobies coming out again?
Excuse me, I need a moment. Okay. All right. Hi, Troy. Okay, stop looking at me.
And her hair is flopping around and flopping around.
Anyway, so they got all 10s. We don't care for real. And the reality is it wasn't that tight. And it could have been way more tight than it was. And you definitely shouldn't be getting all 10s. But we don't care. So we're going to move on.
Yep, moving on.
Kirsty and Max freestyling
Kirsty
it
and
up.
Max.
They threw a little cha-cha. They threw a little rumba. They threw some random cartwheels and some sexy lifts. And one lift required all kinds of V all up in Maxim's face.
And
And
he seemed to enjoy that.
he seemed to like it.
We
quite
couldn't see his
nicely.
face. You don't know if he liked it or
Ed,
not.
he was smiling once.
I could
It
see
was
his
on
hands
him
grabbing
and
all that
after.
hip and thigh and
He got to hold it up.
yes, he sure does. And I'm sure he's held it
And-
up before.
Oh,
He's
that.
had lots of practice.
She looked
He was very comfortable.
curvy and sexy.
She looked
and-
sexy. We appreciate it when she stripped off the muumuu.
Yeah,
I
we were
don't
a
know.
little worried about that.
We were
yeah.
scared that she was
I
going
saw the tights, so I
Yeah,
was
okay.
sure it was gonna rip off.
Okay.
But
And
what
it
we
kind of represents her, 60-year-old
yes,
woman.
she's gotten older. She got sexy. She threw it off because what she didn't do in her paso doble like last week or the week before, she stripped off a skirt, but it was like another skirt and some tights, and we were
Right.
like either just cat suit it out or wear something short.
She
like
was hot tonight.
so she had on her cat
She looked
suit, had the sparkly bustier kind of going on. Get it, girl. You were
Okay.
moving. We liked it. I liked it.
I loved it.
Isabel loved it.
The-
Ed doesn't count.
Teardrop. I even wrote teardrop.
Oh, so sweet.
And they had a
Anyway.
great song.
Anyway, okay, so I have a
What is
problem.
that song? Pretty, pretty, please.
Yes.
I have a problem with their freestyle.
Don't you ever leave.
I have a problem with Maxim's and Kirsty's freestyle, and that is that I think that they did too much partnering and partner dancing in the freestyle. They did a lot of it, and I think the reason is probably because she wouldn't be able to shine freestyle like she should.
Probably because
like
they
she
really
needs
want
to.
to touch each other.
They
throughout
probably
the whole dance.
they definitely just want to touch each other. But I also
And
think
almost
that
said-
freestyle is recognizing
Anyway, go ahead, Courtney.
is recognizing your strengths and elevating them. So he added the lifts, like that first lift in the beginning, and she does well with cha-chas and that kind of thing. And I think he was showcasing that, and I think that was smart. And
I think it was
I don't
smart.
think I would have been annoyed if she was like by herself, like juking and doing
Right.
it. Like I don't want to see that from Kirsty.
Well, like I said, I agree with you. I think it was smart. I'm just pointing out why I think that there was
and you
more
saw what happened to
partnering.
Chelsea when she was by herself.
Well, yeah, he should have done it a little different for her.
And then they turn up her shoes.
Yeah, turn on her shoes.
They're like, and you're done.
And your shoes fell off.
I mean,
Let's
it's
see.
just too much of a coincidence. All black, and then her lights went off. You can't see her now.
Who cares? Nah, we don't want you.
I don't think she's gonna win anymore.
I feel bad because she seems like a nice girl, and I'm just grossed out.
I think it's a Heinz and Kirsty show now.
Well, we're not there yet, Ed.
So
Follow
sorry, are we
the
not in
schedule.
predictions?
So anyway, Kirsty and Max, the judges, life as it should be at 60 was Carrie Ann's comment, which I love because I'm betting she's getting it in. Oh,
Hi,
she's
Max.
so getting it
Lord.
in. And she has to feel so great to be in such good shape after all of this and to make it that far and like not just, oh, she's lost weight. The fact that she had the stamina to last the whole season is impressive.
She did.
And in bed.
Anyway, if you guys, I don't know if any of you watched the second show
That was
last
extra.
Tuesday. I'm talking. Please focus.
I'm sorry.
Kirsty actually,
I'm
they
sorry. I'm blinded right now.
they went
Your head's a little shiny.
over.
Is the mirror ball in here?
There's no makeup people here. If I'm shiny, it's for a reason.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
yo.
And what is
Anyway.
that reason? Because you're greasy?
Because I got
greasy.
no, because I have a look.
Help
I
your
have
peeps
a
out. Help your peeps out.
giant head on here.
Max was not shining. Max was.
He
just-
was shining.
No, he wasn't. He
Anyway,
was sweating.
my point is that
Why are you sweating?
what was
Ed?
my point?
You
again?
don't have a point.
I do have a point. Hold on, it was a good one too.
Oh, we're still waiting.
Kirsty, it was something about Kirsty.
Where's the Jeopardy music?
It was Kirsty and Max. I forgot.
You're boring our listeners. So we're going to skip you. Well, Kirsty and Max got all 9s. And as Lynn said, it was risky, but you got to risk it if you want the biscuit. And I personally think they've already had biscuits and they just waiting on gravy.
Is this
Wait,
all
don't
you think about?
You don't
with
think there was
Maxim?
any gravy there already?
Oh, God.
We could go there, but we're just not because it's
I'm just
a
saying.
family show. I think they've been
right.
buttering They've been buttering.
No gravy.
They haven't got the gravy yet.
Something is going to happen. Something is going to happen.
They've been buttering.
Gravy on its
waiting
face.
on the gravy. But we're going to close it out with the dances. The last dance of the evening was a drumline dance with Hines and Kimmy. Kim, girl, if I could wear them boots and that little bathing suit with the shimmers and the tassels, I would walk around like that all the time. Y'all be like, Courtney, put some clothes on. I'm like, all the time. I would be naked all the time. She had on white boots and gold tassels. Like,
Yeah, it was flawless. It was perfect. She was good.
And as we've established, I come from Atlanta, and the whole drumline thing is a huge deal. And one of the sexiest things to me in the world are the girl dancers, basically, the majorettes and stuff. And they always have the long boots, the tights, and little shaky naked leotards.
Well, once again, in this dance, did anybody see Hines?
Ain't nobody looking at Hines.
Did anybody see Hines?
No, I wrote down her amazing, him.
I mean, was he even there?
We have to give him credit for achieving the lifts that he did, because it is a skill that requires a lot from the male partner to do the lifts and to learn them and to figure out how to pull them off successfully and not kill her, which he almost did before.
Yes,
so
he did. We
Kim.
played that back because Isabel hadn't seen it,
and we had to watch it again.
I got up and turned around and put my back to the screen because I am not trying to see that
Shout
anymore.
out. I'm glad you're okay, and I hope it's not like publicity and you're not more hurt than is letting on, and I really hope you're okay and things are getting better, because that was...
No, I think the fact that she had the neck brace on through the whole prepackage, okay, that we saw her dancing with that, you could see the marks on the back of her neck, the bruises,
is still there.
Still there, and there was one point again. Oh, that's what it was. I was going to say is about the second show last week. They were talking about the injuries. Mm-hmm. So they went over Ralph's injury.
Yeah.
They went over Kirsty's injury, which I don't know if you remember. She hurt her hip.
She hurt her hip.
Yes.
And when she went to the doctor, they told her you need to get off of it for 4 to 6 weeks. And she said, I need to be fixed in 4 to 6 minutes.
Cortisone shots.
Okay. So at her, so that's really a good testimony to how committed she was. And then for Kim's injury in the back of her neck, she was saying that, I wanted in one of the practices, I wanted to do more, but I probably shouldn't. What did she say? She wanted to jump up and down after they got high scores in 10. She said, I want to jump up and down, but I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's definitely, I think it is worse than we know. I think that after this season is done, she's going to go completely to bed rest.
Yeah.
And she's probably going to be sore for weeks because she should have stopped.
Yeah.
So, in other words, to your answer to your question, I think there's lots of things to indicate that it's worse.
I understand the show must go on, but that's all I can say to that, because that was rough. I pray, my prayers are with you, because that was deep. And in congratulations of how, let's see what the judges said. Your lips were insane. You gave it your all. This was a crowd-pleasing event. Kim, you crowd-pleased the heck out of me, so I'm just going to say okay. And they got all 10s for that.
Yep. That's been consistent. The judges have said things like that the whole time, and we're just wondering, we don't know what you're talking about, man.
Like, for real? Hines? Hey, you wore some tight pants and popped your butt once. I saw that. He did a booty pop. I was up in there. Yeah. So.
That was when they did the Jackson 5 music.
I will say that was kind of tight. That was cool.
Yeah, they did
that
some
was
of
real
the
tight.
Jackson 5 moves.
I appreciate that. Throwback. Still don't like you, Hines.
Yeah, he didn't look good doing it.
Because he looks cheesy all the time. At least he has acquired the ability to keep his tongue in his mouth.
Actually, the photo in the sports.
Oh, man. Well, that's old.
That's last week.
I don't remember last week.
Okay.
I was talking about this week.
Okay, because the picture here, you could actually see his tongue.
I was talking about this week. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm tired of looking at his tongue. We've been looking at it all season. This is Hines dancing after Kim.
Bam.
We're over it.
We did actually see that one time.
Yes, he was chasing her.
Oh, wow.
And it looked like he was panting.
It was so gross. Oh, well. They did a decent job. They got all 10s. Chelsea got all 10s. Kirsty and Max at the bottom. So that basically puts Chelsea and Mark
am I still shiny?
Hines and Kim in a tie. Why are you so vain? Nobody cares what your
vain.
head looks like right
You're
now.
the one that's commenting on it.
We're talking about judges' scores and where the leaderboard has ended at the end of the
tried
Dance
to-
with the Stars.
And he's like, is my head shiny? Is that a 10?
You pointed-
This is not the Ed Bowling show.
According to
This
you, it
is
is.
not the Ed Bowling show. No,
You pointed out a
I was
problem.
saying
I
that
tried
you
to
were
fix it, and I was
interrupting our
checking to see the
show.
results.
Okay, honey. Can you do that on commercial break? I
Maybe.
think that's where we're going to go right now.
Whatever.
Thanks.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out. That wig.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Well, welcome back. We have a little special segment that's going to be quite brief, quite short. But I just felt like, because this is Dancing with the Stars, talking about dancing and all the superstars of dancing and everything that's so amazing, I have to share what has been the most orgasmic dance experience probably ever for me in terms of watching somebody else dance. Beyonce Knowles at the Billboard Awards last night blew it up. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. I don't even like that song, but just like with Single Ladies, I didn't like that either. I love it now. It was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Like, I have it here. I didn't have my iPad to cue it up. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I was blown away. She got an Icon Award at the Billboard Music Awards last night or whatever. And her song Girls Rule the World or Who Run the World Girls, which, like I said, I've not been a fan of, and I hate that it was like a complete sample of something else. I didn't think it was that creative. But, of course, the video came out last week. It premiered on American Idol like Wednesday or Thursday night.
Okay.
And she did this performance that literally was like green screen graphics, like fighting with things on the green screen, bouncing things around on the green screen. She multiplied into like 500 people, and then every dancer on the freaking planet rolled out on stage and was doing the jig with her. I don't even know what you call what they were doing, but it was a phenomenal moment for a performer, for a dancer. Beyonce, get it.
Really?
So that is my special segment.
Nice.
It is a
Like
shout
that.
out to
I read all
Beyonce.
this gossip today, and no one really made a big fuss about her.
Nobody, I mean, everybody.
The whole fuss was Britney Spears.
Well, they were
Britney
excited,
Spears,
but they
Britney
also,
Spears.
Perez said Beyonce ripped it. And she did.
Slayed.
She slayed it. She made everybody else that performed that night, Rihanna, take a hint, look like garbage. Like, the skill and the commitment that went into doing that performance and everything that it took to pull that off, amazing.
We call that making the other people spectators. Is
Yes.
what we call that.
Well,
She made-
all right, a little something else for the special segment part, but a bunch of people were complaining. Of course, there's going to be haters,
Always haters.
But they complained because she stole this whole green screen thing from an artist in Europe called L'Oreal, who I was like, okay, let's see what happened. Checked it out. The bitch just stood there in front of the green screen, letting the green screen do all the work. Beyonce worked the green screen to the fullest. It was an amazing performance, and I will be the first one to not give Beyonce credit where credit is due, but that was an amazing performance.
Everybody knows Beyonce has been my girl
gotta see
crush
it
for
now.
all eternity. I don't always love everything she does. That movie was a bad idea. And I
Talking about Cadillac Records?
No, well, I should say those movies were a bad idea. Love you though, but like
Ooh.
I can be very honest. Like I love Beyonce. Like I love her.
Okay.
So that doesn't mean I can't be critical and recognize that some things aren't the best thing ever.
No, because you love me.
We're talking about Beyonce.
I
So
love how silence went like for a while.
she is bad ass, and I don't want to swear on the air, but like I just we live in a world of entertainment that is lackluster quite frequently. And for all the complaints we had about the music, and I agree, I was talking to a friend of mine who is a bit of a music critic. He's definitely not into pop music. Took big issue with how she sampled that other record for this song.
Afrojack.
That it wasn't, thank you, Jesse, and that it wasn't creative enough because she's supposed to be like bringing a really special record this time. Like it's supposed to be some really interesting, different things that we haven't seen from her. So I get it, but what she's done with it since then, I'm sorry. That performance
needed to be her music video.
It should have. Well, I kind of like the music video.
No,
it was
didn't go nowhere.
Close enough.
Did you see Oprah and she performed on Oprah?
That was hot. I was getting to that next because she also did. Oprah is in her final 3 episodes. What happened to AfterBuzz on Oprah? I ain't gonna go there. But she did the same song performance on Oprah, and the costuming was changed a little bit. It was women like graduating and getting their diplomas and changing the world and talking about how Oprah had changed the world. And it fit so well, and it was just so amazingly executed. And I was watching whatever video she did to accompany her tour this last time. I can't recall. Whatever, she directed like a little documentary of her like behind the scenes of her last tour. And she was talking about how she's always like working so hard and striving, and they showed her sort of like putting together everything that goes together for a concert and for her shows and coordinating all the dancers and all of that. And the work that it takes to do all that is just really impressive, and it's really nice to see people putting that kind of work into creative stuff, whether we like it or not, whether you consume her pop music or not. Much respect. You worked it. You danced your arse off. Go Beyonce. And scene. Now we can go to what? News and gossip, I think. Yes.
Who's got news and gossip?
I think you do, Ed.
AfterBuzz TV News.
What I have is LA Times Sports Edition, Monday, May 23rd, today. It basically, what I thought was interesting, and I already showed it, but I'll show it again, that the front page of the sports section of Los Angeles Times has Hines Ward on it, but he's dancing. He's not playing football, he's dancing. So the article...
He's dancing, you mean he's standing.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
The story is, or the article goes on to say that, Hines could be the 6th winner. If he wins, he's the 6th out of 12 seasons of Dancing with the Stars, the 6th athlete to win the title. And Courtney, you've been a fan of the show a long time, and you were like, "How? Wow, has there already been 5?" And
they
I
didn't realize there have been 5, but the list is pretty accurate.
So athletes can, they've got their little advantage when it comes to getting on the Dancing with the Stars.
They're doing pretty well.
I also rumored that Hines has the biggest popular vote yet.
Really?
Really? Bigger than Kirsty?
Yep.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But why?
I don't know. We'll talk about that one day. But Kirsty lost 70 pounds, or at least that's what she's telling everybody.
Nuh-uh. She was supposed to lose 40.
She said she's lost 70 pounds and she is now a size 6. That's a lie.
She lost a whole Kim Johnson. I'm just saying. I mean, remember Hines, the one that Hines fell on top?
Yeah, Ed, we feature your interesting commentary.
And but, like 2 of Ed's heads.
Yeah, she lost 70 pounds. She claims to be a size 6 right now. And she's claiming she did it by maintaining a 1,400 calorie a day diet in addition to all the dancing.
Well, and we remember when she was very lightheaded, one of the pre-packages, and Max told her, said, listen, you have to eat.
Yeah.
You haven't eaten enough today.
So, I don't know if she lost the full 70. She's definitely, I think the size 6 thing is a lie.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No size 6.
But you look good, girl.
She looks great.
You look good.
Look improved. Improved.
Ed, you're going to hater hell. That's where you're going. You are the biggest hater on the planet.
Did you guys ever talk about Ed's haircut when you guys started this whole?
What's wrong with my haircut?
No, we haven't talked about his haircut.
I like my haircut.
That's the celebrity news and gossip for Dancing with the Stars season finale, season 12, on May 23rd, 2011.
And you like my haircut, by the way.
I said you're holding on to something.
Predictions, I think, is where we move to now.
Wait for the music.
Yeah.
And
as we learned.
Your AfterBuzz TV
prediction. Who's gonna win it? Isabel.
Christy.
Ed.
That's the only prediction. You
And-
don't have nothing else?
Who's gonna win? That's all we
That's
got
all we
right now.
have. I mean,
It's the end of the
what's it
season.
be? Who's
She made
gonna-
prediction who's gonna bone afterwards. Like, what are we supposed to predict?
We already
Hold on, let me
know.
think about it.
We know Kirsty and Max are gonna celebrate.
Okay, it's not gonna be. Hold on, it might be.
Kirsty's gonna be like, "Hey, Max."
I don't think. Well, wait a minute. It could
Hey,
be.
Max. We about to
Anyway,
cut you off.
Courtney.
I'm going to vote for Kirsty, even though I think Hines and Kim are gonna win.
You think
Jesse?
Hines and Kim are gonna win?
I think Kirsty. It's possible.
Jesse, where did you hear that Hines had the best popular?
That scares me.
Where did you hear that?
That was online, Yahoo News.
Yeah.
Yahoo News.
So football fans apparently are voting, which I totally didn't think would overwhelm the middle-aged women that are
What
excited for
season
Kirsty.
was it where we thought an older woman was going to win and she didn't, and she was
Cloris
really upset
Leachman.
about- and
No,
she-
we never thought she was going to win.
No.
There hasn't been
Was
an
it
older
Marie?
woman. Oh, Marie Osmond?
And she made a big deal about it was my age. So do we think?
I don't even think she had the base like Kirsty does.
Okay.
I think Kirsty's
Here's
more
what I think.
likable than her.
I think as much
Very.
as Disney and ABC want to get together and make Chelsea the winner, I think that much of America would be disappointed if Chelsea and Mark won for some reason.
I think you're right.
Right? And so now we got Hines and Kirsty left.
Mm-hmm.
So which one would America be more disappointed if that person won?
I think there's.
shocked, really. I tell her, hey, you don't know nothing about that dancer. Maybe you go 1 week, you're gonna fail.
You can't make that up.
You really can't. It was that amazing. But Hines, dude, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's weird because I don't even know who he is for real. Before this,
I was like,
and I mean, I know I'm not a super football fan, so I don't follow it that much. But like, I don't know. I don't want him to
Okay,
win.
I'm gonna say that I think that Hines and Kim will win, but man, I think Kirsty's gotta.
He scared me with this whole he has the popular vote. Like,
Doesn't that mean we have to boycott the show after
I
this?
honestly thought Kirsty it was holding on because of the popular vote. Because the judges have obviously put her in the bottom. They think Chelsea, Mark, and Hines and Kim are the ones that should win.
We need Maria to call in. I mean, she's probably not going to right now, but we need her to call in just for this part so we could tell her. By the
for
way,
her prediction.
Hines, according to DJ Jesse, has the most popular,
Yeah, he does.
viewer backing.
But it can't be because of him. It has to be because she's the hottest chick ever.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
And the injury.
I'm about to go get me one.
And the
of
mama
those.
we love.
I'm gonna just run around.
You getting some white boots?
I feel like I'm gonna. Dang it! That stuff jiggling in the back is gonna fall off.
I think she probably borrowed those boots from Brooke. We couldn't see Brooke's boots, but that's what Brooke would have been wearing with
You're
that
hilarious.
with that Wonder Woman.
I'm sorry, she
sister
is
outfit.
so fly in her boots and her drum major uniform. Nonetheless, do you have a vote, Ed, or not? Because we about to cut you off.
Yeah, I think Hines is gonna win.
You think Hines is gonna win? I think Hines is gonna win, but I'm still gonna put my soul in for Kirsty, and I hope she wins. So there you have it. Watch this episode tomorrow to see what happens, and we'll see y'all on another show at another time on another day. Good night.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Shocked, really. I tell her, hey, you don't know nothing about that dancer. Maybe
Don't
you go
practice
1
like a dancer,
week,
baby.
you're
You
gonna
don't know
fail.
nothing about that dancer, baby.
Determination.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.